In 2025, the truth is that the world is sad. More than 720,000 people die of suicide every year. It's the third leading cause of death among young men. I'm Edgar, I lost 100 pounds under a year, and now my goal is to spread knowledge about health to others. Today, I'll give you 5 of the most important principles so you can start being happier. And at the end, I'll give you my best tip so you can start being happier right now. Let's get into it. The first one is, I'm sure you already heard this quote, comparison is the thief of joy. And it's really important because by comparing yourself to others, you start desiring things that you don't want just because it seems so nice for others. So problem is, especially with social media, that when you compare to others, you think that what you see is everything there is to see. You see an influencer and you think, oh, his life seems so great, when in reality, he's just like you. He also have problems, he's unhappy, sometimes he cries, sometimes he's happy. It's just that they only show you the best part of their lives. So you compare yourself to the cherry-picked fragments of someone. You can't do that. That doesn't work. It's not realistic. You understand? You're not comparing yourself to another person here. You're comparing yourself to an image of someone else. Someone that doesn't exist. Second one is, meaning is better than pleasure. Another problem of our society today is that a lot of people do actions because it's pleasurable. Like following on social media, some kind of foods you eat, like fast foods or I don't know, sweets, things like that you do only for the purpose of pleasure. That's a problem because it's empty pleasure. It doesn't serve any purpose, and most of the time you lose. You lose time, maybe if you're scrolling too much, or you can lose your health or an appearance you like by getting fat for food, for example. Doing something for the only sense of pleasure it gives you is always a downtrade. You never win, because what it costs you most of the time is too expensive for what you gain. Now, my advice for this is do meaningful things. Find something that makes sense to you. So you can do something that gets you further in life and that builds you, and at the same time, because it's meaningful and you get better, you improve, you get pleasure from it. But pleasure isn't the goal, okay? You do this for another reason. Pleasure is just a consequence. So that's a really important one for most people, I think. You don't do things for pleasure, okay? Pleasure should be a byproduct, like something you get, but it's not the goal, okay? If you do something and the goal is pleasure, you're doing it wrong. You won't win. You'll lose in the process. Now, the third principle is acceptance over control. That's a really important one because humans want to have control over things. We want to understand things, okay? And the problem is we don't understand most things. Like, for example, your feelings. Sometimes you don't know where it comes from. Some days you're sad, or I don't know, you're tired, or things like that. And even if you understand where it comes from, you can't really do anything about it. So the capacity to accept what's happening to you and just move forward and not stay stuck and try to control this is a great ability to have if you want to be happy in life. So learn to accept what happens to you and the small setbacks you can have in life, instead of trying to control every aspect of your life, thinking you can avoid all problems. Number 4 is integrity equals self-respect. That's an important one. If you hide from who you are and you play someone else to please others, to not be excluded, or things like that, ultimately you'll be more miserable from that, okay? If you have enough self-respect to stay yourself and stand for who you are and stay authentic, you'll be way happier than if you were playing a role just for the sake of, I don't know, being included or being with others. Anyway, whoever you are, you have a place somewhere with other people. It's not possible that you're only a lone wolf and that no one's will ever be able to be around you because everyone hates you. That doesn't exist. But maybe that the people you are with right now, they're not the people you can be around with because they don't like you, the real you. They enjoy being with the fake person you show them. So be yourself and own it, okay? You'll find other people that will be really fucking happy to be with you. Last one, and the most important, what you think shapes your reality, okay? If you think that the situation is terrible and that you won't ever be able to get out and that it's the end of your life and everything, it will be the case. But if you try to see the best in every situation and you reframe your thoughts to think otherwise and to try to see the light instead of the problems, you will be happier. That's for sure, okay? Don't ever let your thoughts bring you down. This is really one of the most powerful advice I can give you, and the most important principle in this list, it's don't let your thought hurt you. Okay, you're your biggest enemy if you want to be, but you can be your biggest ally also. So make your thought an advantage. Now, for the tip I said I would give you, smile. Smiling in every situation. If you're sad, smile. If you're angry, smile. Smiling is reframing what you think and your situation in real time. If you're sad but you smile, your brain doesn't know what to think anymore, and you'll already be a little bit happier than before. Okay, so every time you have the occasion, if you're a bit sad or something like that, smile. If you had only 2 things to take back from this video, it would be careful of what you think, because that defines what your life will be, and be yourself, always. Hope you enjoyed this video, you learned something new. You can go check in the description, there is a link for my newsletter. I post 2 times a week about health, and this is really my best work. You can watch a previous video here and subscribe if you enjoy. I'll see you next time. Stay healthy.